Social media can completely change your real estate business. The problem isn't that agents don't believe in it, it's that most don't know where to start. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, how often should you post? What should you even say? And how do you know that it's actually leading to business? I've spent years in this space, building over 1 million followers, 300 million views combined, and working closely with agents, teams, and builders, helping them with their social media and YouTube channels. What works is finding a style that you can consistently repeat, and then doubling down once you actually see those results. So in this video, I'm gonna show you 6 proven ways that realtors are using social media to make real money. I'll even break down the math so you can see what's realistic within your business. And at the end, we're gonna talk about the holy grail of what every agent wants, so stick around. Number 1 is YouTube monetization, AdSense, and brand deals. So let's talk about AdSense, or RPM, which is how much you're making based on every 1,000 views that your video gets. And this is how every platform pays. So when talking about YouTube, a lifestyle or vlogger might make about $2 to $4 per 1,000 views, whereas someone in the finance space might make $20 per 1,000 views. I often see real estate landing anywhere from $8 to $14 potentially, because the audience is usually high intent and specifically targeted. And then a brand deal or a mid-roll integration, which would be about 60 to 90 seconds within a long-form video, that could pay anywhere from $500 to 6 figures potentially. But this is for a wide range of creators. Brand deals will typically pay out about 2 to 4 times the amount that you'd be making off of the AdSense on your channel. So try to do the math there. If you're making $1,000 on just the views alone, maybe a brand deal, you can get $2,000 to $4,000. And once you're consistent, multi-month deals are very common. So for some realistic math, say you're getting 200,000 views per month and have about a $10 RPM, that would equal around $2,000 in AdSense alone. And this can compound. $200,000 a month might seem scary, might seem like a number that you won't be able to reach, but when you post consistently over time and evergreen videos, which is what we're gonna talk about, these videos compound and every video continues to get views week by week. And then you have a collective database to where videos you posted 3 years ago will continue to get views while you sleep. Then let's say you add one sponsor in, that's about $2,000 to $5,000 per video. The channel will fund itself and then some. Some creators in the real estate space that are doing it, you might have heard of Enes Yilmazer, Gavin Docherman, Marcus Rankin, who posts videos where he doesn't do any editing. He walks in the home with his iPhone, does some commentary on it. But all of these creators have a consistent, repeatable format. Also, Darren Kriz, if you've ever heard of him, his channel over time has been the same process where AdSense and brand deals compound over the weeks, months, and years. So what to do next is pick 2 pillars, whether that's luxury lifestyle or home tours or a combination of both. Think about creating a media kit or a rate card with how much you'd want to get paid if you had an ad integration so that you can get some extra money on top of the AdSense that you'd be making. Figure out a format that works directly within your lifestyle, because whatever you start, you want to stick with it until you burn out. You don't want to just post 2 videos and think that that's the end all be all, and if they don't get enough views, then you're gonna quit. I just see way too often where someone in the real estate space will get in their head, oh, if I do this consistently, I can make this a format, then people can join my community, then I'll get sponsorships, I'll get brand deals, I'll do this. They have all these huge goals and plans, and then 3 weeks later, I ask how it's going, and they say that, it wasn't working, it wasn't for me, it didn't make sense. Well, that's not something that will work within 3 weeks. If you're gonna make content, it's because you're doing it long-term, consistently. You're gonna learn within each video that you post, and the one who sticks with it the longest will win. So just continue to do it if you can fit it into a format that works with your lifestyle. Next is local sponsorships and partnerships. First are the potential perks. You can get free hotel stays, you can get free meals at restaurants, you can get private tours, VIP invites, anything that you can do locally in your community that you have potential to be seen as someone that is high status within your market. There's potential there to do a business deal with any other company. So if you're creating hyper-local content around an area or a neighborhood for a long enough period of time, you will get recognized in that space. The opportunities will blow your mind if you stick with it and stick to a hyper-local niche within an area that you actually like talking about. Because there's no reason to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. I love that cliche saying. One recent example I make local content around Los Angeles and luxury home tours, and a private chef in a very high-end Beverly Hills restaurant invited me out for lunch, and I took him up on his offer, and it was an incredible experience, one that I would have never been able to have if I didn't post content around an area that I live in the high end. Think about where you want to be positioned and then make content around that. But you might be thinking, how does this benefit me? Where's the money actually coming up, or will it show up? And how do I even go about the process of getting in touch with one of these places to get some free perks? Well, the value can obviously add up when you have free meals, free hotel stays, free travel potentially. Or they can be your anchor partner, where you can come up with a 3 to 6 month plan where you can continuously and consistently integrate them within your content to where you give them referrals, they give you referrals, and it's a win-win situation. What to do next would be to figure out your demographic, figure out your click-through rate, your average views within a video. Show them examples of videos that you have made, show them what you can do for them, and continue to stay consistent with this. I can't stress this enough, but consistency is everything. If you're gonna sit down today and say, I'm gonna make 30 videos about restaurants in my area that month, there's gotta be 30 restaurants in whatever town you're in, unless you're in Buttonwillow, California. I'm sure there's only like 3. But if you did that, sat down, made a video about a restaurant every day for 30 days, you're gonna get 1 free meal. I can guarantee you that. Someone do it and let me know if it works. And maybe you're not getting anyone reaching out to you directly, so maybe you want to get, let's say, a free stay or a free meal at a specific spot. Come to them with direct deliverables. Tell them we're gonna put your storefront in front of 10,000 locals, and that will be an easy way to get whatever you'd want out of it. And sell your story to them, because when you post an ad on YouTube or Instagram for that company, it will be evergreen, it will live forever, and they could benefit a lot more than you just getting a free meal or a stay. All right, next is referrals. Why it works is because your content makes you the direct connector. You are the middleman. If you don't want to go about the entire escrow process, go on several different showings, you can be that guy that connects clients with agents, home buyers with brokers. Out-of-market viewers might trust you first because you have that local knowledge that someone might not have in your respective area. Sometimes in real estate, you can go on showings for 6 months, a year, 2 years, and then the client doesn't even buy anything, and it's just a waste of your time. Why not hand that off for the slim chance that they never buy, or maybe they do buy, and then you could get 25, 30, 40% on the referral. So if we do the math, let's say someone buys a $750,000 house, you get a 2.5% commission on that. That's close to $19,000 in GCI. With the 25% referral, that's almost $5,000 for you just handing it off to someone. Do 10 of those a year, less than 1 a month, and you're already making $50,000 just on referrals. So I know a lot of referral agents that will make content about how they are a local agent in their respective area, and then they will get a lot of leads dished out to agents within their team, within their brokerage, or to other markets anywhere around the country, and they become a direct referral agent. And you might think you need tens of thousands of subscribers for this to actually work, but I know agents with 800 subscribers, 1,500 subscribers that are doing 6 figures on their local, hyper-local content. And their videos might be getting 300 to 500 views. But that's the thing, you're in the niche space, all it takes is 1 viewer. Imagine speaking in front of 300 to 500 people directly in front of you. It's so much different when you're looking at it in that perspective than looking at it from a social media perspective. You say, oh, my video only got 500 likes, that's terrible. But 500 people, imagine you're in a stadium or at a theater. 500 people is a lot of just physical heads in an audience that are listening to your word. So how to be a referral agent, what to do, have a call to action saying that you are connecting clients, connecting buyers to agents in specific areas. Or give a call to action saying, if you're relocating, send them my way. And then you be the person to connect them out as well. Then get them through your specific funnel, have them go through a type form so you can weed out the looky-loos and the non-serious buyers. Make sure you get their budget, their timeline, their city, their information, their email. You can add them to your weekly email list. This is all important to keep them top of mind so that you are always going to be that person that's the referral agent. So figure out who you want to be, what you want to do, because like I said, you can't do it all, and it is way more efficient to directly put yourself into one of these categories and then try to go hard on that, triple down, and that's how you actually scale. Number 4, now this one might have a little bit bad of a reputation, that is the recruiting and agent attraction. So if you ever heard of those companies, EXP, LPT, Real. Some of you guys might get a bad stigma over EXP specifically, which I know I have in the past, because some of those agents seem to only want to talk to other agents to pitch them on joining their team because there is a direct benefit to them. But if you genuinely make a connection with someone, or someone automatically looks at you as the authority, they already know, like, and trust you, that's how you're actually going to build a downline and become an agent with a large team underneath them in agent attraction. I've been in group chats where people are directly talking about how to get new agents or teams to trust what they want them to do within their ecosystem and in their community. The reality is some of these agents are making 6 figures passively just because they have a large downline now. It's hard to fathom that if you are just getting started or if you've been trying to do this, but I know direct agents, great friends of mine, that it is insane what they are doing just because they got in early, and then it just compounds once you do a lot of the work up front. So let's do some money math here. Let's say you make $100 a month per agent that joins you. And that's roughly what a producing agent will net you within whatever company you're in. If you get 10 agents to join under you, that's $1,000 a month passively. If they get 10 agents to join each of them, that's 100 agents underneath you, which then grows to $10,000 a month passively. And as that compounds and compounds, do the math on having 5,000, 10,000 agents under you, which a really good friend of mine has over 10,000 agents under them. I will not say any names, but they are making $500,000 a month passively now, and that is actually passively. They can just chill at home and not do anything, but you're not going to want to do that when you've built yourself up over time, because you never really know with a model like that. But that is what a lot of agents are trying to get into, because you don't have to go through all the nuts and bolts in a process of being a real estate agent, showing homes and going about it that way. So how really good recruiters are actually doing it, it's not by chasing, it's attracting. They go to conferences and events to show up in the real world, to show their authority, and to meet teams and agents that may not know where they want to end up. They pitch their systems to solve direct pain points. So maybe you've seen some ads of someone talking about how you can be a $100 million agent next year. Well, they might be having a different agenda and trying to pitch you on their actual downline, because when you sign up for their course, you sign up for their program, you're actually going to be joining their brokerage, which then puts them underneath you, and they'll be offering systems to where it may benefit you, which could be good, but a lot of times you have to look on the back surface of things because there could be another agenda there, which is hard when you've been an entrepreneur for so long. It might be hard to trust people at times because you never know when someone may be genuine and they may just be doing it for their own good. Content funnels is the one that I would recommend for people. YouTube videos, podcasts, reels targeted at agents looking for better models. Maybe make a video called 10 questions to know before joining real brokerage, because think about what someone's going to be typing in that is looking for a new brokerage to join. They type that in, your video pops up, they watch a 20-minute long video of you speaking on why Real is so great. You may really like their personality, you may vibe with them, and then you'd be thinking, why wouldn't I join Real if it seems like I could make a lot of money and I trust this person, I'm gonna use them as my sponsor, and now you've joined their downline. They did a great job at convincing you on the other side of the camera. Why don't you do that? And it's also evergreen. If you're posting consistently, it just takes one of those videos to hit the SEO, to rank, and then they'll be working while you sleep. You'll be getting views from new agents, teams every single day. Imagine you get 100 views on a video that niche, someone looking for a new brokerage. You just get them to trust you and like you. Someone that vibes with Betty White as a real estate agent is not gonna vibe with Jimmy, the 30-year-old lender. You never really know who's gonna vibe with who, when it comes to creating content. So I know agent attraction is a very interesting one and a very intriguing one for people because you think about how passive income is just such a meta word 5 years ago, maybe even more. Everyone really wanted to figure out how to make passive income. So making content behind that will just get anyone to potentially jump onto one thing. It's like the shiny object syndrome. You don't want to miss the boat and miss the wave on what might be the most beneficial thing to do with your time. So if you want to try to build a system that helps you grow a downline, it would be making videos such as the following. Here's how we handle leads, content, deals, maybe show one of your wins, show how one of our agents closed 3 relocation deals from one video. Could you imagine that? That would really attract a newer agent thinking about one video, making them. The summary here is basically think about what someone that would join your downline potentially search online and want to watch, and then consistently repeat that format because the more that they get to know, like, and trust you because of your content and the conversations you're having with the camera, the more potential you have for getting someone to actually reach out, have a meeting, and join you. For the culture angle, this is why brokerages feel culty sometimes. It's not an accident, it's by design. When agents love the ecosystem, they sell that experience to others naturally. The culture plus the opportunity is a recruiting flywheel. Some of the tones that you should use here to attract could be, if you want to plug into my system, my door is always open. Feel free to download our free ebook or roadmap and reach out. That is attraction actually and not chasing. All right, next up here after the recruiting model is coaching, speaking, courses. Now that is eventually down the line, but this is how some agents are making a full-time income and beyond. Coaching is just scaling your expertise. If you've already been a real estate agent for a decade, then you know a thing or two about the industry that someone else doesn't. That means you have valuable information stored in your mind. You have stories, systems, lessons to be learned that other agents would pay to have that shortcut. And social media is how you prove that authority, that you are one of those industry leaders. So to position yourself through content, you need to teach on camera, break down your own deals, scripts, the mistakes you've made. For example, 3 ways I turned a cold call into a $2 million listing. Just tell stories, show your personality off, frame yourself as the authority. If you're always dropping free tactical plays without asking for anything, then you're gonna get people reaching out to you and wanna throw money at you because you have the knowledge that they are looking for. So if you've been in the industry for 20 years and aren't a coach, what are you doing? I'm sure you are, honestly, and you probably have a small team, maybe you run a brokerage, maybe you're a manager, but putting yourself out there through content, giving yourself a format that works, maybe you can post 2 or 3 reels a week, just talking about your expertise and knowledge with an effective strategy, an effective script. It's just so easy for you. You can tell how passionate I am about this because there's just so much to be made within the real estate space. Show off your case studies. I'm sure you've sold hundreds of homes at this point, made multi-millions of dollars if you are a successful coach. So why don't you tell people that? Show the strategies behind your CRM, the scripts that you used in the beginning, because it probably didn't always start the way that it is now. Your confidence definitely wasn't where it is now. So there's lots of different directions that you can go, and newer agents really probably wish they were in your shoes now and you have something to tell them and to offer them. Also, if this is useful, I'm launching our weekly Wednesday email letter called the Effluence Edge, showing off titles, scripts, thumbnails, and everything that's working within the social media space and YouTube for real estate professionals today. Click the link in the description for free weekly emails on what will help your social media. And number 6, the holy grail. Finally, we got to this point. I know this is a longer video, but it is generating inbound leads. These are evergreen videos that work while you sleep. It's built on search intent topics that build trust over time. Some examples are Ken Pozek in Orlando with the Real Orlando Instagram. He does Instagram Reels and YouTube videos. They do over $100 million a month just from selling real estate because of how well he's positioned himself and his team as the authority when it comes to living in Orlando. If you're gonna move to Orlando or if you're searching that area, you're gonna find his name, his team, you're gonna reach out to them and they're gonna make money. You have Brad McCallum in Calgary. So he made hundreds of thousands of dollars off one video. You can search that for yourself, but I'll tell you guys, it got 100,000 plus views, maybe 300,000 views or so, and he generated so many leads through that one video. It was so well done. It was produced very effectively. The script was perfect, and that really helped him build up his entire team, his system, his recruiting process for Real Brokerage, and he's just an incredible guy, and you can see that on the other side of the camera. Then you got a good friend of mine, Tommy Jordan, who's gonna do 500,000 GCI this year just off his Palm Springs, living in Palm Springs videos, pros and cons videos, cost of living videos, what to do in this neighborhood, Rancho Mirage, Indio, Coachella Valley. You just talk about hyper local niche areas, what it's like to live there, what to do there. You'll rank on the SEO. Google and YouTube work together. Tommy films himself and edits, publishes consistently, and then he gets leads every single day through this. It's an easy process. People often need to see you 7 times before they reach out or subscribe to any piece of content that you make. Don't judge a performance after 4 videos or 30 days. I usually tell people make 15 videos or 3 months until you see where the momentum is, and if you don't see much momentum after that period of time, then maybe go even more hyper-local niche or kind of pivot in a way. Give yourself a season. I call it a Netflix season. If you have 15 videos, that's almost like you have season 1 of your content strategy, and then maybe reroute if that's not working. YouTube will then look at your channel as a TV show, post it the same day every week at the same time. The algorithm will pick that up, that you want their platform to be a reality TV show starring you. So let's do some math. You put out 12 videos, you get 3,000 views per month, which might not seem like a lot, but that's 3,000 doors that you knocked, calls that you made, 36,000 views per month at a 1% inquiry. That's 360 leads per year. Close 2 of those deals per month at $900,000 average, 2.5 GCI. That's $45,000 a month you're making gross just off of these hyper-local videos. And it's been proven off of all the research and the innovation and the talking to agents that my team has been involved with. People on average are making $200,000 to $300,000 more GCI just off of the YouTube leads that they are generating through videos. Inbound alone covers the entire process because some people think that maybe it's not worth my time. Well, YouTube actually makes you time. The hour or 2 that you spend on making a video will generate you leads overnight while you sleep, and it's evergreen. That call you made today, that cold call you made, probably has an end date to it. It's when you hang up. You maybe add them to your CRM, but it just is not the same as viewership in long form. Some videos that you need to make today, honestly, are 5 best neighborhoods to live in blank. New development in this neighborhood is skyrocketing in 2026. Cost of living in this city. There's just so much potential, an endless amount of titles that you can use. Just make sure the thumbnail coincides well with that. And if you have a good packaging, you look at your channel and you can tell that this guy knows what he's talking about in this respective area, you are going to get leads guaranteed. So to wrap this all up, pick your lane, figure out what works best for you, whether it's sit down, whether it's tours, whether it's storytelling, whether it's short form, long form, whatever you can repeat every week consistently. I like to run the 80-20 rule. 80% on what's working, 20% to test one new idea so that you never get boxed in. Build out your first 15 videos, give it 3 months, and treat your channel like a TV show. Picture 2026. One agent is still gonna be chasing leads. Another has 40 videos working daily for them. Sponsors are covering costs, referrals are rolling in, recruits DMing, consults booked from YouTube while you sleep, just because you decided to turn on your iPhone or a camera that you have and make content.